This is Primetime Sports, WGNS, Murfreesboro, Smyrna, 1019, 100.5, AM 1450, WGNSSports.com, Big GTV, streaming video, and always at the game. The game. It's time for the Primetime Sports Countdown to the Game, sponsored by the law offices of John Day, working hard to help injured people in Rutherford County and Middle Tennessee. Since moving to Medical Center Parkway, they've helped thousands get legal help that they've needed when they've needed it the most. If you've been injured, go to johndaylegal.com for a free consultation. And remember, there are no fees unless they win your case. Now, let's join the Primetime Sports team for tonight's featured game from WGNS and Big G TV.
And a pleasant good evening from Smyrna High School, Bud Rakes Field, where tonight we will have the battle between the Rockvale Rockets and the Smyrna Bulldogs right here on WGNS State Farm Prep Football. I'm John Dinkins. Joining me here is Rod Edwards on the Primetime Sports Countdown to the Game, sponsored by the law offices of John Day. Rockvale and Smyrna, and Rod, really a surprising Rockvale team. Got their last couple of wins, 2 in a row, and Smyrna right now trying to pick up that first win.
Yeah, Rockvale is with a new coach this year. James Counts came over from Paris, which is Henry County School, and he's known for having pretty tough teams, and we can see the development and the toughness that Rockvale's playing with. Smyrna always plays tough defense. Lost a heartbreaker last week against Siegel. But both teams are hard-hitting teams. So this should be an exciting game to watch.
And Smyrna always a little better, seems like, here in Smyrna. I mean, they just come to play here, especially.
Well, traditionally, too, a lot of times they get off to a slow start, but as the season goes along, they build and build and build.
Right. When we return, it's the Rick's Barbecue County Roundup as the Primetime Sports Countdown to the Game continues, sponsored by the law offices of John Day. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Fairness and consistency, the foundations of Kenneth Barrett's leadership, and will continue to be as sheriff. After nearly 3 decades with the sheriff's office, he understands that unity and morale come from treating everyone equally and holding the department to the highest standards. Kenneth Barrett will ensure every citizen feels respected and protected, with honesty from your sheriff that you can depend on.
I'm Kenneth Barrett, running for Rutherford County Sheriff. I'd appreciate your vote.
Paid for by Kenneth Barrett for Sheriff, Treasurer Jam Stewart.
Big savings are headed your way, Murfreesboro. America's Thrift Stores is opening a new location at 1030 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. Get ready for a clean and organized shopping experience where you'll find up to 70% off name brand clothes and so much more. And the best part, thousands of new items hit the floor every single day. It's like walking into a brand new store every time you visit, all thanks to generous local donations. Visit americasthrift.com/Murfreesboro to learn more.
Hey, this is Dan with Music World and Drummers Den. Come in for your guitars, keyboards, drums. We have you covered. Our prices will normally meet internet prices. When I buy a guitar, I have to put my hands on the guitar neck. You can do that here. You can try your instrument before you ever put any money on it at all. And still cheaper than what you could get online most of the time, at least match their prices at worst. Come see us at Music World and Drummers Den, 2762 South Church Street, right across from the golf course.
Your ride, your stuff. You live with them together. I'm State Farm Agent Andy Wommel. It's smart to protect them together, to help life go right. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let me help you save by combining your auto and renters.
At State Farm, when home and auto work as a team, you score and save money. I'm State Farm Agent Alex Williams. Give me a call at 615-898-1150, and let's work together to win big by saving money on home and auto.
I'm State Farm Agent Ron Reeves. You're listening to Prep Football.
To the game, sponsored by the law offices of John Day, continues. It's time for the Rick's Barbecue County Roundup. At Rick's Barbecue, you'll find fresh, never frozen meats, slow smoked the traditional way over real hickory wood in custom-built pits for unbeatable flavor. From tender pork and juicy chicken to mouth-watering beef, every bite is crafted with care. Don't miss their other crowd pleasers like slaw dogs and loaded baked potatoes. From pit to the plate, Rick's Barbecue is ready to satisfy your whole crew on Warrior Drive, just off South Church Street. All right, we've got a host of games tonight to talk about. Rod, we are in the midst of, heated region play, you know?
Yes, and this is the third round for most of the teams.
Oakland 4-0, 2-0 in the in 3-6A will be at Siegel tonight. Another surprise team, 3-1, 2-0 in district, and it's their best start since a 13-1 season in 2012. What do you expect out of this game tonight?
Siegel's going to, I think, start out playing pretty tough defensively. That's been their forte, but the speed and just the different teams, the kickoff team, the receiving team, the punt block team, or the field goal block team seems to always come up with a big play. So Oakland's going to be hard to handle what time the game is over.
Travion Jackson for Oakland's recorded 4 sacks over the past 3 games. That's pretty impressive. And it's going to be, they're going to have their work cut out for them tonight, in other words.
Yes, they will.
Riverdale 2-2, 1-1 in 3-6A at Stewart's Creek, 2-2, 0-2. They struggled against Rockvale last week. Riverdale seeks to stay in the upper half of the region standings after a 44-7 win over Laverne. Gavin Hampton had 5 touchdown passes. I think their offense is starting to click a little bit now. I think they've gotten kind of the cobwebs out and new players everywhere. So this is going to be a tough battle for Stewart's Creek.
It is. I think because Riverdale, I think they played a really good game against Blackman. I mean, it came down to the last play of the game. And so, but Blackman pulled it out. Last week, that kind of game is good for you, especially if you got a lot of new players, to get your timing in and all. And everything seemed to be working. The passing game was really working well. And that's going to make it tough for Stewart's Creek to stop.
Corbin Reynolds had receiving yards of 200 yards the other night. That's pretty impressive as well.
Like the quarterback and Corbin Reynolds, they're both were at other schools last year. It's taken a while to get used to each other, but it seems like that's starting to happen now.
Laverne 0-4, 0-2 in the region. Going to be traveling to Blackman. It doesn't get any easier for the Wolverines as Blackman's 4-0 and 2-0 in the region.
Yeah, I mean, the games they're playing, they're just playing somebody tougher each time they play. And Blackman, I think, to me, the game that they played last week against Nolensville, how they totally dominated, I think the victory over Riverdale has really given them confidence. And they're going to be hard to slow down.
Blackman's 6th ranked, but, you know, I don't think we give Blackman's defense as much credit as we should because they've been solid all year.
And they were solid last year. Mm-hmm. I mean, to me, last year they had the best line play, offense and defense on both sides of the ball. They just didn't have the skill people that, say, Oakland had. But, I mean, they still have that. As long as you have that, there's always hope because most of the games are won in the trenches.
Riverdale, Eagleville, 2-2. They've got homecoming this week, and they're hosting Cornersville, 3-1.
Okay, that's going to be a big game. Now, is that a region game for them, or?
I think so, but don't quote me on that.
It's been changing all the time. Yeah. It's hard to keep up with them. It's going to be a test, but it's good to be at home, and I think they really played up last week against a bigger school, Cascade, who was a solid program, and they gave Cascade all they wanted, so I think they should be ready for Cornersville. They're really getting a good combination running game. They have 2 backs that are having almost over 100 yards each in the game.
Cornersville started off 3-0, but fell 52-15 to Fayetteville last week. Jonathan Jordan ran for 179 yards on 17 carries for Eagleville, so expect I don't think they'll have a problem with Cornersville. Hopefully they won't.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to take a break here on the countdown to the game. The Rick's Barbecue Roundup continues when we return. You're listening to the Primetime Sports Countdown to the game, sponsored by the law offices of John Day. We'll be back after this 2-minute break.
If someone asked, what's your more? Would you be surprised? Well, at First Bank, knowing your more is where we start. Whether it's seeing your kid's college graduation, seeing the world, or seeing the ocean from your patio, your more helps us see who you are. That's why First Bank offers you more time, more access to local lenders and leaders, more answers, and more products. So tell us, what's your more? First Bank. Bank local. Get more. Member FDIC.
This is a paid legal ad.
I'm attorney John Day. One of our clients was operating a farm tractor when he was rear-ended by a tractor trailer. In an instant, his life was changed forever. We helped him receive a settlement that has given him financial security for the rest of his life. Now, each case is different, and we can't promise this type of result for every case. But we can promise that when you hire the law offices of John Day, we'll work hard to help you. If you think we can help, call me, John Day.
Since 1966, Fans Heating and Air has been a symbol of quality for Murfreesboro and Rutherford County. For friendly, complete service on Amana, Bryant, or American Standard Heating and Air products, Fans Heating and Air will do it all. Fans specializes in new homes, custom homes, or existing buildings. Give Fans Heating and Air a call today, 615-893-7930. Good luck to all of our schools and student athletes from Fans Heating and Air.
WGNS Radio and Big G TV cover prep sports like no one else. Brian Barrett, John Dinkins, and the Primetime Sports team bring you the sights and sounds of every game on State Farm Prep Sports, where local teams and big moments come to life. Hear every game on FM 1019, 100.5, AM 1450, and WGNSradio.com, or watch on YouTube, Facebook, and more. WGNS and Big G TV, your front row seat to Rutherford County Prep Sports.
I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, former running back at Elk Point High School, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Welcome back to the countdown to the game, sponsored by the law offices of John Day, as we continue with the Rick's Barbecue County Roundup. And Rod, we've got PCA 3-1 at Notre Dame 1-3.
Okay, you go by the numbers, you think, well, it's PCA's game, but Notre Dame is, I think, a bigger division, and they're also been traditionally a playoff team, so they're going to be tough to handle, especially at Notre Dame. This is one of those where, PCA is a new team, and you're going to get to go against a team with tradition, so this is a big game for them to really get some prestige for their program. Yeah, they lost to DCA 28-7. Porter Dedman had 72 yards and a touchdown in a loss. Listen to the opponents that Notre Dame has played, okay? Mm-hmm. Ray County, CAK, Boyd Buchanan. Right. Those are really high-powered. For those out there, Boyd Buchanan, that is Gary Rankin's team. Yep. That's some high cotton. That's what I'm going to say. Right. Concord Christian 2-2 is at MTCS 2-1 and 1-0. Concord Christians in its first TSSAA season has scored 101 points in wins over Mount Juliet Christian and Palm Beach Christian Prep, averaging 42 points a game since a 24-7 loss to CAK in Week 1. Not to be taken lightly by MTCS here. No, it isn't. When you start out your first year and you have those kind of wins and score that much, offense is harder to get really flowing and get timing going. So be a test, but they need to play hard. But Middle Tennessee Christian I think last week should have really built up their program for the rest of the year. Shai Murphy and Ali Bangura combined for 253 yards rushing and 4 touchdowns. They do that tonight, right, they won't have any problem. All right, there you have it, our countdown to Rick's Barbecue County Roundup, that is. When we come back, we'll check the forecast and get you ready for tonight's game as the Primetime Sports Countdown to the Game continues, sponsored by the law offices of John Day.
At Dr. Automotive in Smyrna, from oil changes to major engine and transmission repairs, we've got the cure for your car. Let's hear from customers of Dr. Automotive.
He does a good job. He lets you know what's going on and do it at a good price.
Danny does a lot in our community, so he's very involved and invested.
I recommend family, friends. Danny is spot on because he'll suggest what I need to do, and of course, I've never had an issue.
For quality care you can trust, visit Dr. Automotive in Smyrna. We've got the cure for your car.
Hi Murfreesboro, this is Amanda from Animal City. We're at 919 Northwest Broad Street. If you prefer puffy cheeks and cute little whiskers, come check out all of our pocket pets such as hamsters, gerbils, mice, and rats. Here at Animal City, we have a great small animal selection downstairs and all of the supplies to keep them healthy and happy. This is Amanda from Animal City. We are so proud to be Murfreesboro's pet destination for 35 years. Animal City, 919 Northwest Broad Street. Family owned and operated.
Message provided by the Rutherford Opioid Board.
What's the location of your emergency? I think my kid OD'd.
Hi, I'm Craig Harris. I'm County Commissioner of Rutherford County. One of the reasons I ran for office is because I wanted to bring awareness to the opioid epidemic that's impacting our county. To stop providing this epidemic with people as we educate.
946 overdose calls countywide in 2023.
We have a lot to do, and we have to come together as a community to
because this problem's not going away.
For 150 years, First National Bank of Middle Tennessee has been dedicated to the students and families in the communities we serve. Hi, I'm Ryan Savage, Assistant Vice President. We understand the challenges of managing your family's finances. At First National Bank, your family is our family. Visit us at our Gateway or Memorial Boulevard offices here in Murfreesboro and always online at fnbmt.com.
First National Bank of Middle Tennessee. We show up for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 401715.
I'm State Farm Agent Andy Womack, and you're listening to Prep Football.
We're back with the Primetime Sports Countdown to the Game, sponsored by the law offices of John Day. Currently 85 degrees and partly cloudy. Let's check on the Fans Heating and Air football forecast from the Rutherford Weather Center.
Thanks, John. It looks like a great night for football with temperatures in the mid-80s at kickoff. The dew point not particularly high, so not a lot of humidity to deal with, and the winds should be rather light as well, out of the southeast at around 5 to 10 miles an hour. Temperatures dropping down into the upper 70s by halftime and the low 70s by the end of the game. That's your forecast, brought to you by Fans Heating and Air, your heating and air experts since 1966, delivering the finest HVAC products and services at affordable prices. From the Rutherford Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Ray Miller.
Time now for the keys to the game. Brought to you by Rayburn Insurance Agent Rick Hall. Auto, home, business, and life insurance with a trusted agent, Rick Hall, at Rayburn Insurance.
All right, it's time to take a look at this game tonight, Rockvale and Smyrna. Rockvale, under first-year coach James Counts, aims to start 3-0 in region play for the first time in program history after securing 2 consecutive region wins. Wide receiver R.C. Chia excelled in a 31-10 victory over Stewart's Creek, catching 5 passes for 106 yards and 2 touchdowns. Smyrna's defense limited Siegel to 13 points but fell 13-10. Quarterback Zeke Key went 19 of 25 for 180 yards and a touchdown, adding 14 rushing yards, while Jerry Martin recorded 2 sacks. Rod, your take at this game tonight, I think it's going to be extremely close. I think Smyrna's defense is going to create some problems for Rockvale. I think that little tandem we talked about, Hamby and Chia, might give Smyrna some problems.
Right. The big thing, I think both teams got tough defenses, so who can really get the passing game and a running game mixture? Now, you're going to need one to help the other when you're playing a tough defense. And again, back to mistakes. You can't have missed field goals, or when the opportunities comes, who takes the opportunity when they're given it?
You know, James Counts, he's kind of a no-nonsense kind of guy. After talking to him for 3 or 4 weeks, what does his presence mean to him in terms of, he's trying to establish the running game, first of all, I think, more so than the passing game. Although, if you looked at it the other night,
right,
it looked like it was all passing, but it really wasn't. They couldn't run the football.
Right.
They're going to need to do that tonight.
Yes, that's going to be important because you got to be more than one-dimensional against a defense like Smyrna has. And what he has brought, though, is some toughness. I think it was the hardest hitting we've seen Rockvale in the last several years. Both defense, offense. You know, we got 2 of the best defensive linemen in our county, and that is Martin Boy from Smyrna and then the Moon Boy from Rockvale.
And then you look at the other side, Matt Williams. There's nothing. It's got toughness written all over him.
Right.
I mean, you know, you look. I'm scared of him actually, but they do such a good job of having his team prepared. They may not be able to execute every game, but it's not because of not being prepared for sure.
Right, and not only that, it's very physical, and I think both coaches are quite similar in the style of play that they really want to have day after day after day. You know, you want the big plays, the beautiful pass and all that. They're going to get it, but they basically want you to be fundamentally in your position. No penalties, you know, but that are not effort penalties, and just really playing tough the whole game long.
You know, I kind of think of Smyrna as the garbage pail, you know, or the lunch pail, take it to work kind of thing.
Right.
And you get your job done and do what you're supposed to do, and you shouldn't have any problem at all, right?
Kind of like our iron workers and those type that, you know, work hard every day and, like you said, take their lunch pail. So let's go.
And that's all for the Primetime Sports Countdown to the Game, sponsored by the law offices of John Day. Kickoff is next here on WGNS.
Sir Pizza.
Murfreesboro's favorite pizza is now hiring at all 3 local locations. That's right. We want you to join the Sir Pizza team. Stop in at our East Main, Veterans Parkway, or Memorial Boulevard locations and let us know how you'd like to join the Sir Pizza family. Also, we've made it even easier to order for carryout or delivery. Just head on over to sirpizzatn.com.
Sir Pizza, you made me love pizza again.
Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home has served Murfreesboro families with compassion and care since 1880. As a family-owned funeral home, we're committed to honoring every life with dignity through traditional services, cremation options, and pre-planning that gives you peace of mind. For over 140 years, we've been here when it matters most. Visit JenningsandAyers.com. Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home, honoring life and comforting families since 1880.
When Roscoe Brown started his local family business in 1940, he knew the importance of treating customers like family, and now 80-plus years later, that same commitment continues. Our trained, certified, and insured technicians come to your home and do the job right the first time. Roscoe Brown does heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and insulation. Call Roscoe Brown and get that needed checkup today.
Roscoe Brown. RoscoeBrown.com.
This is a paid legal ad.
At the law offices of John Day, we take only real cases that make a real difference.
Dear John, I want you to know that I appreciate everything you have done so much. I know you went over and beyond, and that's why I just think the world of you. Thank you. Robert K.
My pleasure, Robert. If you're ever injured, know that we are here for you too. Call the law offices of John Day for a free consultation. And remember, there's no fee unless we win your case. Seriously injured? Call me, John Day.
With the service you get from State Farm, you might think our car insurance costs more. I'm State Farm agent Celeste Middleton. Give me a call at 615-895-2700 and let me show you with discounts up to 40%. You may find it even costs less.
Local business owners, you know how important it is to be here for your customers. I'm State Farm agent Dana Womack, and I run a small business in Rutherford County too. I'm here to help you protect your small business. Call me at 615-900-0877.
Hi, this is Nick Hayes with Toots Restaurants, and we want to thank you for 40 great years of good food and fun.
At Toots, we still have the same specials, the same quality, the same portion sizes, even after 40 years.
And we have the best kids menu in town.
And our family would like to thank this community for supporting Toots for 40 years.
Thank you for dining with us since 1985.
Thank you, Rutherford County.
Thank you for dining with us for 40 years.
It's State Farm Prep Sports from the Good Neighbor Network.
In a Rutherford County classic, the Blackman Lady Blaze go back-to-back.
Primetime Sports is proud to bring you tonight's featured game on WGNS Radio, WGNSSports.com, and our Big G TV video channels.
Swing and a miss! The Single Stars are the state champions in baseball. Eagleville has done it. State champions 4 years in a row.
Riverdale wins this one, and they're the state champions, back-to-back championships.
The Oakland Patriots, 8-time state champions. The gold ball headed back to Patriot Drive.
Multi-year Tennessee Association of Broadcasters award winners Brian Barrett and John Dinkins, along with the Primetime Sports team, are standing by to bring you the game, which starts right now.
All right, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Smyrna High School, Robert L. Rakes Stadium, and SRM Field. It's Brian Barrett, John Dinkins, Rod Edwards here with you as we bring you tonight's feature presentation on State Farm Prep Sports. So glad you're with us. Turned out to be a very, very nice night for high school football. I know it's, mid-80s, but the temperature and the dew point, more comfortable dew point, really helps out with all of that. So got a nice night for some high school football. Want to talk to you about a new feature that we've got in the pregame and postgame, and that is your SRM Concrete Solid Performer, a player who's delivered steady effort, made key contributions, and gave their team the strength they needed to compete. And from these two teams from Smyrna, last week it was Zeke Key, who went 19 of 25 for 180 yards passing and a touchdown. rushing touchdown for 14 yards as well. So a great night for him. And in fact, those are his season stats that I just gave you as well. And for the Rockvale Rockets, R.C. Chia last week, 5 receptions, over 100 yards, 2 TDs, 1 of 43 yards on the first play of the game for them on offense, and then a 22-yarder as well. So that's why these two have earned the SRM Concrete Solid Performer honors. Reliable, consistent, and part of the foundation of success. Just like SRM Concrete, solid, steady, and always showing up for Rutherford County. Time for starting lineups, or like we like to call it, our players to watch.
Time now for your players to watch. Brought to you by Fans Heating and Air, Winners Trophies, and JHA Company. Josh Houston and Associates.
Well, we start with the homestanding Smyrna Bulldogs. We talked to you about Zeke Key. Key came in last week in the junior playing in his first game. Gave you his stats, 70% completion rate. In the backfield, you're going to see Christian Beatty, also Travell Gordon, and R.J. Williams. Wide receivers, Zema Carver, R.J. Williams. Yanni Morales had 9 catches for 94 yards here on the season. Sakori Weathers, 3 catches and 23 yards and a touchdown so far. And kicker is freshman Daniel Aldana. And he's 6 of 6 on PATs and 4 of 7 on field goals this year. But last week against the Siegel Stars missed a couple, which could have made a difference in that game, but it was a tight game nonetheless. We were at Rockvale last week, got to see Jonathan Hamby, had a great game on the season, 39 of 70, 558 yards passing, 7 TDs, and 4 interceptions. He's rushed for 149 yards as well. In the backfield, Alton Reynolds, and he has been carrying the bulk of the load, 69 carries, 305 yards, and 3 TDs. As the coin toss has just taken place, Smyrna won the coin toss, and they deferred to the second half, so they will be kicking off here to Rockvale in a moment. Malachi Hemphill, you'll also see him get some carries, and the leading receiver with 17 catches, 303 yards on the season, and 2 TDs, both which came last week. R.C. Chia, Arden Lewis, Kavion Reedy, Dallas Paldo, Judson Bingham, and your kicker is Isaac Troutman. R.C. Chia does the punting along with Rodriguez. And that's a look at especially offense here. John, you might want to point out a few players to watch on the defensive side.
Yeah, we've got Valentine on defense for Smyrna. The linebacker, another linebacker, Staples. Martin is the nose tackle. Bartley and Yeager up front. Linebackers Sanders and Hines. And in the backfield is Weathers, Morgan, German, and Hill. For Rockvale, defensively, they'll throw out there Blamiris, Boone, Abergadiola, Paldo, Gorey, and Sledge. The secondary, Amatitovi, I hope I said that right, Chandler, George, Asangwe, and Bernard. And let me mention the offensive line while I have a second for Rockvale. Amdula is the left tackle. The left guard is Duncan. The center is Merritt. The right guard is Fiorito. McLean is the right tackle. And the Y is C. Nichols. And let me go with the Smyrna line as well. The left tackle is Richardson, Rebel, McKnight, Basong, and Martin for Smyrna. And that's a look at all the, the supporting staff or the supporting players that go with them, Brian.
Jerry Martin, the third for Smyrna, the leading tackler with 28 on the season, including 3 sacks. Noah Yeager, blocked field goal, 2 forced fumbles, a fumble recovery, a sack, 18 tackles. For Rockvale, Melvin Boone leads the way with 17.5 tackles and 3.5 sacks. And Caden Sledge with 9.5 tackles. So we're about ready to get this one underway as the Bulldogs will be kicking off from left to right as we see it.
Big game for Rockvale, trying to stay undefeated in the region, and a big game for Smyrna as well. This is a an important one for both teams.
Toe meets leather, and we are underway as the ball is taken at the 14-yard line. Nice return to the 25, to the 29-yard line, and that is Arden Lewis who returns that, and that brings us to our J. Mullins Jewelry time of the game, and it's 6:59:38, so almost on the nose. Family owned since 1938 and treating clients like family at Mullins Jewelry. West Northfield Boulevard, delivering personalized service, custom designs, expert jewelry repair, and a stunning selection including engagement rings and gemstones at J. Mullins Jewelry and Gifts, 352 West Northfield Boulevard in Murfreesboro.
German with a big tackle on that kickoff return for Smyrna.
And already we've got a clock issue here, so we'll deal with that here for a second. They're looking at the scoreboard. By the way, this is a stunning facility. There have been so many improvements made here at Smyrna. Not only the new field house and weight room and all, but and the new turf, but now added to SRM Field is a beautiful video board and scoreboard. And this place is sparkling like a new gemstone. They've reset the game clock, and we're ready for the first play of this game. The Rockvale Rockets in the traveling white uniforms with royal blue numbers. The Rockvale R on the white helmets in blue. Smyrna in the black uniforms with the yellow striping, purple numbers, yellow hats with the Smyrna S on the side. And Hamby is back to pass in the pocket, now flushed out. Going to sling it there to the right side, and the completion is made, and I think that was Nichols. Yes, it was Big Nichols, the tight end, and picks up 8 yards on really, John, what looked like almost a busted play.
I think it was, and Hamby really demonstrated a strong arm. That is a scary pass rolling out to your right, and you're throwing it. You're looking at a pick six if you don't get it there in time, and he flat did.
So it's second down, and with the 8-yard pickup, just 2 yards to get here. 3 wide, near side ball from the right hash. It's going to be a run up the middle and nothing there. And I think the tailback was Reynolds, and it was. The senior Anton Reynolds is going to get most of the carries.
Well, Rockvale is going to have to do a better job of running the football tonight than they did last week. In all honesty, they didn't run the football very well. Their defense was even better than that, but they need to get some yards on the ground.
Jager on the takedown there for the Bulldogs. So it is third down. They lost a yard, actually. It's going to be an end around, and coming on the jet sweep is Arden Lewis, but Lewis is going to be stopped short. Only gets a yard of the 3 needed, so it's going to bring up a fourth down here.
Well, Smyrna did what they needed to do, forcing Rockvale to punt here on the first series.
Good line play there by the Smyrna defense. Really just did not give him any room to go, and it was Zarian Butler leading the way there. 13 tackles, 3 sacks on the season for him. And here is the RC Chiha punt. It's going to take a bounce at about the 37 and go out of bounds, so we'll see. It'll be right around there where the Bulldogs will have the ball first on offense. John, there been some question marks at quarterback this year, and I know Coach Williams has tried some different combinations, but may have found his guy last week, which I know Zeke Key has had to deal with some season-ending injury last year, and they really had high hopes for him, but as a junior, maybe last week was his breakout game.
Yeah, he can run with the football, and he's got a good arm, and I think they saw some things in last week that may keep him here for a while.
They're going to send 2 to the right, hashes and numbers, ball from the left hash. Going to set up an extra tight here on the near side, on the line. On a reverse, they're going to pass out of it 2 and incomplete. That was A.J. Jackson who has started at quarterback in 3 games, making that pass.
Well, very underthrown. I mean, there was no chance there. Trying to throw it on the run on the right and just didn't have enough on it.
There are some kids, John, that can make that look so easy, but it has to be one of the hardest things you do as a quarterback to try to throw across your body on the run.
You know, Brian, I think he needed to get set. You know, he just tried to throw it on the run. He had time to maybe set his feet and then get more on the throw.
3 receivers come set here to the near side. And it's going to be a run up the gut by Christian Beatty, and he picks up 7. And I know I mispronounced Christian's last name a minute ago. It's Dennis Paldo on the tackle, and we've got a Rockvale player shaken up here.
You kind of thought he was a Beetle, didn't you? Beatty.
Well, he spells it B-E-A-T-T-I-E. That's Beatty. Normally here in the South, it's B-A-T-E-Y for a Beatty, but I can see how that could be confusing. Shaken up on the play was Caden Weatherby. Weatherby, an important player on that Rockvale defense.
He got up rather quickly, though. I think that's a good sign. He had to come out once he went down.
Well, here's a big 3rd down for the Bulldogs. 3rd and 3 at their own 42-yard line. No score, 9:50 to play. Twin receivers near side, one to the left. They're going to fake it. Key's going to run and be slung down. Going to lose some big yardage there. And that was Eli Balmiers, I think.
Great tackle, good pursuit. They kind of anticipated the pass, although 3rd and 3 they could have done either one, but he was in that backfield looking at Key really quick.
So both teams going to trade punts here, 3 and outs to start the game.
Isn't this where we were last week a lot? 37 to about the 50-yard line?
We played the entire 3rd quarter between the 35s last week. Punt high. Pretty good one. It's going to take a Rockvale bounce and continue. A Smyrna bounce and roll inside the 20 and going to be down between the 15 and 16-yard line.
Our game today brought to you by State Farm, good neighbor agent Alex Williams, located at 403 St. Clair Street. State Farm agent Alex Williams. Give him a call at 615-898-1150. That's AlexWilliamsInsurance.com.
Had a chance to see Alex this week and meet with him, one of the newer State Farm agents here in Rutherford County, and a great guy.
It was about a 48-yard punt on that one.
Turned out to be a good one, didn't it? Hamby slinging it here on 1st and 10. Gets it completed there to the right side. I believe that is Lewis. No, it is Chia who picks up about 2 yards, close to it. So it'll bring up 2nd down. RC was the man last week for sure. Butler on the tackle for the Smyrna Bulldogs, bringing up 2nd down. Ball on the right hash. Going to send one wide out here near side. That is Chia. It's the wide side of the field. Another to the left, or to the right rather. They swing it out that way. It's going to be completed, and a little run after the catch there by Lewis is going to get him the 1st down. And that's the first bank first down of the night. Picks up about 10 yards. Morgan making the tackle.
He kind of sidearmed that pass a little bit, just get it out quickly. That was a good call.
Vincent Morgan with 24 tackles on the season. 2nd highest on the team.
Gives him a little room to operate now.
And on 1st down, a flag.
You know,
as soon as you said that,
I was just fixing to say we haven't had any penalties.
Well,
I just thought it.
It was just you thinking.
I didn't say it. I thought it. Yeah.
It's going to back up Rockvale 5 yards.
I'm not mistaken. I think Rockvale knew they were going to draw this penalty. One of the receivers was having some communication issues.
1st and 15 now. In last week's broadcast game, Rockvale Stewart's Creek, that really plagued Stewart's Creek on the road. Eagleville scores first on a 1-yard Thomas Solomon run to go up 7-0 in their game. First game and first score on your Jennings and Ayers scoreboard. Pass near side is Chia. Can he get under it? Yes. And he's out of bounds at midfield. What a pass. And the completion, that should be 23 yards, I believe. And it's a First Bank first down. Investing in Rutherford County and investing in every drive down the field. That's First Bank.
You got the defender turned around, and Chia looked back the last second, and it was pretty good timing there by Hamby to him. That really gets him out of a hole now.
Brings up 1st and 10 now at midfield. 3 wide receivers right side. Judson Bingham is one of the 3 over there. Fake the handoff. Pass across the middle. It's caught by Chia. Breaks the tackle 30. He's at the 20 and stumbles forward. Caught from behind inside the 20-yard line at around the 11. Boy, that was wide open for 39 big yards.
Not only a great catch and throw, but the run after the throw was what was impressive. Picked up another 15 yards after the pass.
That's what we like to call yak. Butler made a shoestring tackle to bring him down. So they're now working in the John Day legal red zone too. And Hamby on the run just throws it away. Threw it into the end zone where nobody could get to it. He felt the pressure coming from the near side edge, but they'll still have it 2nd down and 10 in the John Day legal red zone. The law offices of John Day fighting for injury victims across Tennessee and no fees unless they win.
Good call by Matt Williams and the defense that time. They had given Hamby too much time to throw, so they rushed him up a little bit.
2nd down now. You can follow our scoreboard throughout the night. We'll be updating that at WGNSradio.com/scoreboard, by the way. Here's Reynolds getting the nod on 2nd and 10 and doesn't get much. Well, John, one thing that we've seen on this drive is there may be some places to pass the ball, but running, not necessarily.
Well, that's true. Now, Anton Reynolds is a senior, Brian. He's 5'6", and they say he's 184 pounds.
Yeah, do you believe that?
I think he's a strong young man, but 5'6".
184, maybe if he was
given
a Gatorade bag.
Got a lot of muscle.
Well, that's true. That's true. Bingham and Chia outright, or Lewis out right side. They come near side at the end zone, knocked away. Intended for Lewis there. I'm sorry, Chia here on the near side.
Chia probably would like to have that back, but it was good defense back there by Smyrna. So probably a kicking situation here, you think?
I would think. That was Weathers on the tackle there in the end zone, and the swat away really knocked the ball out of his hands.
It's not always sometimes your coverage. It's what you do after you see the ball in the air.
So here is an attempt of a field goal of 29, or 29 rather, and it is no good. Wide left by Isaac Troutman. It's his 2nd field goal miss of the season within his range. An average of 28 on the year, but he kind of pulled that one.
Rushed his kick a little bit, I think. Our game tonight brought to you by Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance, First National Bank of Middle Tennessee, Craig's Tax Service, and Dr. Automotive. Also, First National Bank of Middle Tennessee, Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home, Rutherford Opioid Board, and Opioid Board. How do you say that? Opioid Board. Yeah. Board and State Farm.
Like Android?
Yeah, I haven't really dealt with that kind of stuff, so I don't know.
1st and 10 now for the Bulldogs. Ball at the 20-yard line. Back to pass here is Key. Steps up, makes the completion there left side for a short gain. Ball comes loose after the hit, but are they going to rule him down? I think so, because I heard a whistle before the hit. That was R.J. Williams on the attempted pass. I will tell you that I'm going to do the best job that I can on Smyrna players, but they are wearing black uniforms with purple numbers that have yellow outline.
It's up to Rod.
So second down now and 7. So it's Key with one running back. He's working from the pistol. Extra halfback there trying to block on the left, and there's just nothing there for Beatty. Mr. Boone flying in there. Of course, Melvin Boone, I told you about him in the pregame. 17 and a half tackles, 3.5 sacks coming into this game tonight. Through 4 games. You know, the thing about Rockvale, John, I know they've had a good run here in region play, but they could very well be undefeated. They lost by 1 to Summit.
Right.
I mean, they've had some really close games in the losses.
Got behind big in that game, I think, and then came back, didn't they?
Sure did. Well, here they force Smyrna into a third down. They're sending 2 wides near side. That is the wide side as the ball is from the left hash. Little screen pass is going to be completed to Dante Valentine, but not much room. He's going to get it up to the 25, but that's going to be about it. Wrapped him up for a 4-yard pickup. No score in our game here with 3:50 to play in the first quarter.
Our game tonight brought to you by good neighbor State Farm agent Ron Reeves, a Rutherford County resident with an office in Brentwood. No telling where Ron is tonight. He's at some ball game somewhere. State Farm agent Ron Reeves, 615-873-1700, ronreevesinsurance.com.
Last week he was in Notre Dame, I think.
Was he really?
Yeah, he went to see the Fighting Irish. Here's the German punt. Fair catch called for, and boy, that was scary in the middle of all kinds of traffic.
Bobbled it just for a second.
But good field position here for the Rockets at their own 49-yard line. Other games that are going on tonight, we do have another score. Oakland scored first on Siegel at 7-0. Oakland. Notre Dame, of course, they're in Eastern time down in Chattanooga. They lead PCA 28-0. So PCA down pretty early there, and not the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. They may be the Fighting Irish, but they're high school in Chattanooga. Swinging out right side and incomplete. That was thrown way to the outside there of the intended receiver, Arden Lewis. And that almost looked like a kind of a set play, John, and he maybe didn't go as far over as he should have. I don't know.
Actually, I think he saw the coverage, and I think he threw it a little bit to the outside where at least nobody gets it if his receiver can't get it.
But he couldn't come back to it, so it falls incomplete. Lewis to the right, wide side is the near side here, and that's Chia. He's at about the numbers. Halfback, little pistol formation. Comes here to the near side, does Reynolds, and nowhere to go. Boy, this has been something, this run game attempts tonight. Just nothing there.
First contact, number 12, Jordan Bartley for the Bulldogs. No gain on the play, it's third down.
Well, one thing Rockvale is going to wish they could get something going here. They've had good field position two series in a row.
So third down. Back to pass Hamby, rolls out to the right side. Pass is complete at the 40-yard line. It's the big tight end Nichols rumbling to the 30, and inside the 30 going to be down to the 26-yard line. Boy, he was wide open there in the middle of the field there. 23-yard pass, catch, and completion.
Good job of Rockvale signaling that probably Smyrna was going to bring some guys, and Hamby rolled out to the right and found him. I don't know that that's one of his favorite receivers, but he sure made a big catch there.
First and 10. Ball at the 26 of Smyrna. Fake to Reynolds, going deep left side. Chia there, can he get under it? Incomplete. He had a chance. Well defended over here near side.
I'll say that was really good coverage there, and Chia almost came up with a tremendous catch. You can't take your eyes off of him for sure. He's got good hands.
So Corey Weathers for the Bulldogs. defending on that play. And, boy, that was well timed.
You know you're in trouble when your spotter says.
Glad you can
you can see it.
Oh, 2nd and 10. Some of the things you don't hear.
Yeah, I thought I'd let the crowd know.
Yep. 2nd and 10. I won't tell him I cheated. Here's a nice run. Well, thought it was for Reynolds. Runs off left guard and picks up a couple.
They've been hard to come by for Anton. He's got 3 yards on 4 carries so far.
Hines making the tackle there, so it's 3rd down now.
Got some changes, got some people coming in here, Brian, on offense.
So it is 3rd down and 8. Back to pass, near side, slings it this way, and incomplete. Now, Chia kind of got a little tangled up with a Smyrna defender there for a second, John, and I'm not so sure that that slowed his progress. There is a flag on the far side of the field, and it's against Rockvale. A legal procedure against Rockvale.
It was kind of a weird play because Arden Lewis kind of out of nowhere was wide open at about the 10-yard line, but Hamby had already released it.
No score here with 1:04 to play first quarter, but Rockvale with a 3rd and about 13, isn't it?
They've kind of dominated the line of scrimmage, but nothing to show for it as of yet.
That penalty is a legal procedure is going to be declined to make it 4th down. Or make it 3rd. No, it is 4th down.
It looks like they're going for it here.
Well, on 4th down and 8, with the declining of the penalty, they do make some changes here, and it looks like the offense is coming back out. Hamby is out there. But he's going to be the holder here for Troutman.
They have a lot of confidence in Troutman. He missed that one earlier, but
well, Troutman's longest is 32. This is 41. Snap, set, good. Kick away. Does it have the leg? It is good. Longest field goal of the season for Isaac Troutman. And the Rockvale Rockets strike first here as they lead Smyrna 3-0. You're listening and watching State Farm Prep Sports on WGNS and Big G TV.
At Wilson Bank and Trust, we believe you shouldn't have to choose between personal service and digital solutions. This is Andy Jakes with Wilson Bank and Trust. As your local independent bank, we're proud to offer the relationships and trusted service you expect, along with the tools and technology that keep you moving forward.
Wilson Bank and Trust, here to get you there.
Whether you're a growing business, buying a home, or planning for the future, we're here to help. Because this isn't just where we work, it's where we live too.
Wilson Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Quick, convenient, efficient. 3 words that we all hope to experience when we do business. Our goal at JHA Company is to bring just that to an industry that's traditionally dictated to the customer when it's time to do business. Whether you're purchasing class pictures in a yearbook, class jewelry, a letter jacket, school spirit wear, or senior graduation products, we strive to make the experience quick, convenient, and efficient. Find out more at jhacompany.com. JHA, your one source for an unparalleled scholastic experience.
At Dr. Automotive in Smyrna,
I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and you're listening to Prep Football.
It's 3-0 Rockvale. With about 55 seconds left here in the first quarter of play. And it's going to be a touchback. Rolls into the end zone.
I'm gonna ask you, how do you see their numbers?
I can't. I mean,
it's something else, really. I mean, it's
you would think that the yellow outline helps, but it doesn't.
Makes it worse, maybe.
Yeah,
probably.
I think it does. All of that's going to change next year, though.
I'm going to have to bring my binoculars too.
You're going to have contrasting.
I bought some binoculars from Buc-ee's. They should work.
Oh yeah. If you've got light uniforms, you've got to have dark numbers and vice versa starting next year. So Key back out. He's going to keep it and run this time and get it to right about the line of scrimmage. Boone and Paldo.
Our longest run from scrimmage, the line of scrimmage, has been 7 yards. That was Beatty.
Dallas, by the way, 10.5 tackles coming into the season and a half sack for him. Second down and 10. 2 wideouts to the left. One of those is Davion Dalton, the sophomore. Here's Key looking that way. Ooh, almost picked off. Almost picked off.
That's twice now. We saw Rockvale once and now Smyrna. That is so dangerous right there, especially in a crowd.
Elam and Metatui on that tackle. He's got, or on that almost interception. He's got one on the season so far. Brings up a third down as the Bulldogs move left to right.
See if Rockvale brings some guys here.
On 3rd and 10. Back to pass, Key. He's going to stop, plant, throw it, tipped and knocked away. Nicely defended there by Rockvale's number 21, which is Jeremiah Chandler, the sophomore, intended for big Donnell Valentine.
Turned around just at the last second there, Brian, and maybe if he turns 1 second earlier, he may have an INT there. Big savings are coming to Murfreesboro. America's Thrift Stores is opening soon at 1030 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard, offering up to 70% off name brand items. It's like a new store every day. Visit americasthrift.com/Murfreesboro for details.
With 2 seconds, going to see a punt here. Get it off. Going to be taken at the 49-yard line, and that's going to take us to the second quarter of play. It's the Rockvale Rockets leading here at Smyrna 3-0 on State Farm Prep Sports from the Good Neighbor Network.
Big savings are headed your way, Murfreesboro. America's Thrift Stores is opening a new location at 1030 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. Get ready for a clean and organized shopping experience where you'll find up to 70% off name brand clothes and so much more. And the best part, thousands of new items hit the floor every single day. It's like walking into a brand new store every time you visit, all thanks to generous local donations. Visit americasthrift.com/Murfreesboro to learn more.
For 75 years, Murfreesboro Medical Clinic has been a cornerstone of health and compassion in our community. From our humble beginnings to the advanced, comprehensive care we offer today, our commitment to you has never wavered. With 8 locations across Murfreesboro and Middle Tennessee, and over 100 physicians, we continue to provide the highest standard of care. Then, now, and always, your health is our mission.
I'm State Farm agent Alex Williams, and this is State Farm Prep Football.
1st and 10 here at the midfield stripe for the Rockets as we start second quarter of play. Back to pass, going left side, Hamby, Chia under it and can't come down with it, and now a flag. So there's going to be an interference call there.
Chia went to reach for it. The pass was a little underthrown, but then, well, it really wasn't overthrown, but by the time he got under it, the defender came over and had a little contact with him, trying to strip the ball from him. That was a bang-bang call. That could have gone either way.
So there's going to be some penalty yardage added to that. Scoreboard update for you. Rockvale scores. I'm sorry. Riverdale scores.
Yeah, they both start with R.
They do. Block punt recovered in the end zone. A Weaver kick was good. It's 7-0. I think that's in the first quarter as Riverdale plays Stewart's Creek. Also, the MTCS Cougars leading 14-7 in the first quarter, into the first quarter. Here's a run, and Reynolds finds his way to the 30-yard line, picks up 5. John, you know the run game was a little slow to get started for Rockvale last week.
That's true.
And that was the biggest run of the night, although
now we've got a Rockvale lineman, Kylan McClain, shaken up there a little bit. Oregon on the tackle. That looks like a lower extremity and maybe a cramp. Let's just hope.
No, they're painful, and it looks like it could be worse, but that's a lot of times that's what it is. They're kind of flexing that knee a little bit.
Yeah, that's the only thing that concerns me a little bit. So we are in the,
I believe it's a cramp.
Yeah, he pops right back up there. So, of course, we're here in the second quarter, just really getting started. Other games being updated on the Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard, which is on WGNSradio.com. The only thing we don't have any updates on is Blackman Laverne. See if I can work on that. So now the ball at the 30. There's movement already, and I think this is going to be against the Rockets.
Foul. There was a procedure against Rockvale. 5-yard penalty remains.
So it's a 5-yarder, and we'll bring it back here to the 35, and that just erases 5 yards you just got. Well, I guess it was penalty, though, but regardless, back to the 35-yard line. Next week, we will be at Blackman. Here's Hamby looking across left side. Complete wide open is Chia. Tries to shake and bake it. Get away from a guy, but he's going to be dropped right at just inside the 20-yard line. That'd be about a 15-yard pickup there. The ball is right at the 20, and Hines making the tackle, but making it to the law offices of John Day Red Zone. They provide free consultations and only get paid if you win. 1st and 10. Oakland up 7-0. It's 3-0 Rockvale here. Riverdale leads Stewart's Creek 7-0. Eagleville up by 2 touchdowns. Some of the scores on the scoreboard. This time they give to Reynolds, and he's going to be pushed back. The Bulldog D said, no, no, no. That's Mr. Martin there. Jerry Martin III. We've called that guy's name so much over the years. He's a senior, leading tackler on the team. 12 tackles last week. 3 sacks on the season. Lost a yard there, so second down and 11 at the 21. The Rockets sent 3 wide here to the near side. Bingham is one of the 3. So is Lewis and Chia. And they try to pass right across the middle to R.C. Chia. And Jess couldn't come up with it, but John, he was open. He got slid past and behind the defender.
Or that was more of a line drive pass when it maybe should have been lobbed a little bit more. Try to put a little more zip on it.
3rd and long here for the Rockets. Leading 3-0, 9:51 before halftime. By the way, at halftime here at Smyrna, they have the Hall of Fame induction and announcements. So that's neat. All schools do it different ways. Siegel held theirs last week during the week. Let's see, I can't remember how many they inducted, but it's always during homecoming week at Siegel. So 4 wide right, 1 to the left. And this is maybe a formation problem, and it's going to be a procedure penalty, which backs up the Rockets 5.
Yeah, they've been hurt by these procedure penalties. That's 3 now on the night.
Well, it makes a tough 3rd and 10 now, or 3rd and 11, a tough 3rd and 16.
Yeah.
Backs it all the way to the 26-yard line, and they have to get the ball to between the 10 and 11-yard line for a first down.
Hamby better be ready for a blitz. That's all I can say. I've got a feeling they'll bring them.
You think they're going to bring the Dogs are going to bring the house?
passing situation. The offensive line's done a pretty good job, though, because they've not had any running game to speak of.
Well, on that last play, Rockvale showed 5 wide, so we'll see if they change it up a bit, and they are.
She is lined up down that left side, I believe.
Got Lewis here near side, and in the backfield is Malachi Hemphill. Fake the give to Hemphill, going to the right to Lewis. Can Lewis get under it? No. Is there contact? There is not. So it falls incomplete. So on 4th down, they're going to trot out Mr. Isaac Troutman once again. He's already connected on a 42-yard field goal. And this is going to be a 42-yard field goal. And it is from the left hash. Your holder is Jonathan Hamby. And now a flag. If this is against Rockvale, it's going to be tough, and they take a delay of game. Or illegal participation, sorry. Ran a guy in at the last second there. Well, that probably takes him out of field goal range, I would think. 5-yard penalty, and now a timeout on the field. We'll step aside as well. This is State Farm Prep Sports on the Good Neighbor Network.
Craig's Tax Service at 142 Heritage Park Drive offers complete tax preparation, financial, and bookkeeping services.
This is Brett Craig with Craig's Tax Service. From personal tax preparation to business bookkeeping, payroll, and taxes, at Craig's Tax Service, our staff is here to help.
Get help with your taxes. Call 890-2233 for an appointment.
As a former Siegel Star football player, I know the importance of the high school sports experience. Good luck to all county student athletes.
Craig's Tax Service, 890-2233.
Craig Buckner with Mills Family Pharmacy.
Many medications for our animals have to be compounded, and we offer that here at Mills Family Pharmacy.
Mills Family Pharmacy offers a wide range of compounding.
Special for you, your loved ones, or for your pets.
Learn more at millsfamilypharmacy.com.
Thank you for allowing us to be your local pharmacy. We're at 2994 South Church Street, next to Toots.
Mills Family Pharmacy, dedicated to providing customers with services to meet their needs.
I'm State Farm Agent Dana Womack, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Well, Smyrna's going to get the football here, be wrestled down at the 21-yard line. And it's Wiggins, I think, that came up with the football, so there you go.
Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard. It's a baseball score, Rod. Braves 8, Detroit 1. Bottom of the 8th. After they're out of it, they start getting hot. They're going for 6 in a row.
Well, the penalty took Rockvale out of field goal range, and Rockvale gets the ball right back here on the pick. New score, Blackman up 21-0, so we've got some updates on everybody. And after this play, I'll give you another interesting update. Here's Key, and bouncing it outside is Beatty. Beatty 30, 40, and finally muscled down at the 47-yard line. But there is a flag on the play, and maybe a hold here on this near side to kind of bust him open. It is a hold. It is against Smyrna, so that 26-yarder, the best run of the night, John, coming back.
Yeah, that's usually when you break one, a big run like that, you see a flag, that's usually what it is.
I don't know that I've ever been at a place where this has happened, but the Oakland Siegel game is in a delay. The lights are out.
Oh, wow.
The new LED lights are apparently out at Siegel. The Patriots had the ball at the 2-yard line, and apparently the lights had been flickering throughout the night, but now they're completely out and they're in a delay in the Oakland Siegel game at Siegel.
It seems like that ought to be like a power outage or something, some kind of
well,
thing.
It's yeah.
Only at the stadium.
It's only at the lights. Ball deflected and falls to the turf. Falls incomplete. It's not like it's like the lights are out all over. It's just the stadium lights that are out. Blaymeyers is the one who had the deflection at the line there. I gave you that Blackman score, and they just scored again, by the way, so they lead Laverne 28-0. So kind of rolling there against the Wolverines.
Wouldn't you like to be the guy that has to go fix those lights, the pressure that they're under?
The pressure. Timeout on the field. This is State Farm Prep Sports on the Good Neighbor Network.
You know, everyone has a more. First, it's a pony. Then to be on the cheer squad. Your more grows up just like you do. But your more can still carry you away or make you cheer. At First Bank, banking local gets you more. More of our time, more access to local bankers, more flexibility, and more product choices. Because getting more empowered and confident helps you pursue your more. That never grows old. First Bank. Bank local, get more. Member FDIC.
Clark's Auction Company will get you top dollar for your property.
Auctions are easy, fast, and profitable.
You have a staff that comes to your home. They walk you through it. It's been my experience. What I thought I should get for my home, I got much more for it.
Call Parks Auction and Realty or visit parksauction.com.
Clark's Auction Company will get you top dollar for your property.
Parks Auction Company, committed to auction excellence.
Hold it to you, 27 and a half.
I'm State Farm Agent Ron Reeves. You're listening to Prep Football.
Pass completed right side on second down, but only for about a yard.
Good pursuit there by Rockvale after the catch.
Chandler making the takedown. And I'm sorry, I did not. I think Sturgis was the target on that. So 3rd and 5. Boy, the Bulldogs could use a first down.
This is makeable, 3rd and 5.
I don't think they've got one, do they?
They do not.
So Smyrna looking for their First Bank first down. 3 wide receivers near side, 1 to the right. Key back to pass and in trouble. Steps up in the pocket and going to be smothered. Maybe gets a yard out of it, but it's 4th down. He does get it to the 25 and a half. But on 4th down, deep in their own territory, the Smyrna punt team comes out onto the field. 8:09 and rolling here left in the first half of play. Brian Barrett, John Dinkins, Rod Edwards here. Back at the station, Jackson Smith, our studio radio producer tonight. And got Mikey up on the roof and the cast of thousands, bringing you the Big G TV coverage as well. Here is the punt. Takes a bounce and at the 45-yard line. So at their own 45 is where the Rockets will take over.
Smyrna defense has been under pressure all night. The best field position. This might be the worst field position Rockvale's had because it's usually been around the 50-yard line. This is at the 45. And if you're Rockvale, you're probably a little disappointed that you haven't been able to capitalize on the great field position.
Well, the last play, for instance, they get into the red zone and then a penalty and then
another penalty.
And then a loss play for negative yardage. So we'll see what Rockvale does here on 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line. Hamby, no, it's not Hamby. It is Wildcat with Lewis. And it's going to be a run by Ryland Hodges for 5. Well, this is a totally different look. So 2nd down. Sanders on the stop for Smyrna. So the ball is at the midfield stripe on the right hash here. So on the near side on SRM Field at Robert L. Rake Stadium. Chia, one of the 2 receivers to the left, another here to the right. And Lewis still in at Wildcat. Tried the run again by Hodges, and Smyrna snuffed that one out. Boy, this Smyrna defense has been impressive. Loss of 3. And back in their own territory, Jaeger leading the way, or Jaeger rather, Noah Jaeger. Listen to Noah's season stats coming into this game. 18 tackles, 2.5 for loss, a sack, 2 forced fumbles, a fumble recovery, and a blocked field goal. He's been busy. On 3rd down, they bring Jonathan Hamby back in.
and send Lewis and Chia among the 3 receivers left side. I think the other is Bingham. Offset pistol look. Hamby across the middle of the field and incomplete. He had Lewis or Chia. Chia was cutting across. John, that's a catchable ball right there by somebody.
A little miscommunication there. It looked like Chia was in the same spot that Lewis was. I don't know. I think they even held back. Lewis even held back because I don't think he thought it was him. But he probably could have made the catches just as easy as Chia, if maybe not easier.
Maybe Lewis was the decoy there and pulled up a little bit. So Rockvale forced into a punt situation with Chia to take care of those duties. Smyrna looking to get the ball somewhere around the 20. No pressure, high kick. And it is definitely going to be fair caught inside the 20. He did fair catch and no advancement there after the catch by Yanni Morales.
Big G TV coverage is brought to you tonight by Murfreesboro Medical Clinic, trusted since 1949 to care for thousands of families in Rutherford County with more than 20 specialties across several area locations. MMC delivers quality health care that fits your life.
First and 10. Morales going to go out and be the lone receiver on the wide side of the field. Lines up about the numbers. 2 on either side of the numbers here near side for Key. He's looking this way. Has some time to zip it, and it is going to be completed to Sakori Weathers as he's down at the 35, and the Bulldogs get their first down of the game. It's a First Bank first down, supporting our community one play at a time. That's First Bank. Bernard on the tackle. Eagleville has found the end zone again, leading now 21-0 in the second quarter. They're about to wrap up the first half out there at Eagleville. They're playing their first region game against Cornersville tonight. Here's a run for short yardage by Beatty. Picks up a yard. Boone made the takedown. John, if Smyrna could put something together here and at least threaten, I mean, they've got a field goal kicker who is 4 of 7 on the season, as long as 35. I mean, they've got a chance and some time. I mean, it's not like they're down by double digits.
If they could just change the field position.
Key going deep, and there's a flag. That pass was intended for Z. McCarver, and they're going to call interference on that.
Maybe a little shove, but that was about it.
Luke Bernard was defending on the play, but looked like they may have had a little.
I mean, the ball was in out of bounds.
Well, that's going to be a big one, too. So this is going to be the first time that Smyrna has had the ball in Rockvale territory. They place it at the 49-yard line. And that's another First Bank first down.
That's something that can help Smyrna, just getting the field position to change a little bit.
They have played deep in their own side all night. Twins to the right. It's going to be a keeper by Key and wrestled down at the 44-yard line.
Good run, but he paid for it.
He sure did. He picked up 4, but he was hammered. Zeke Key has started one game this season, or played in one game coming into tonight. Completed 76% of his passes. Had 180 yards last week.
Thing about him too, he can run a little bit, so that's another weapon that Smyrna hasn't had.
They're going with a pistol set, 3 wide right. Key stops, plants, goes near side, and incomplete, and no flag. Intended target was Zeke McCarver.
Most of the contact happened after the ball was in his hands. Just kind of like ripped out.
Coach Matt Williams is
not happy.
No, he's pleading his case with the one of the officials here.
He had him. He was open.
That was a great pass. So it's 3rd down and 6.
That was a pass under duress.
Just right around the big Smyrna S, the power S in the center of this beautiful SRM field. Sending Twins to the right side. And I think that's Beatty on the left hip. It is. Of Key, throws it over to Beatty. Beatty trying to get squirt free for that first down, and he's going to get it to the 42, but needed to get to the 39. So short, got 3 yards and needed about 3 more there. Sledge on the tackle. They have gone to halftime in the Blackman-Laverne game with Blackman up 28-0. And now they're going to get an offsides here by Rockvale. It's going to give the Bulldogs a first down.
That's 3 first downs on this drive.
2 of them by penalty, if I'm not mistaken, right? So the Bulldogs with a first down.
Another 15 yards, and the kicker may come in play here.
Going to the second quarter with Riverdale leading Stewart's Creek 21-0 on your Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard. Key, ball on the right hash, inside the 40, back to pass. The gunslinger slings it to the end zone. Is he in or was he out of the end zone? He stepped out at the 1, or the 2 rather. So the Bulldogs are knocking on the door. A 35-yard pass. Down here in the John Day Legal Red Zone. Named among the nation's best, the law offices of John Day delivers proven results in personal injury and wrongful death cases. So 4 shots and getting it in from the 2.
He almost got tackled, passing the ball, and the defender kind of seemed like he kind of gave up a little bit on it. It looked like the coverage was good until the very last second.
Going to line up in the power I. 3 in the backfield. Ball fumbled. It's still out, and it looks like the Rockets have recovered it. Luke Bernard comes up with the loose football. Wowee. Boy, that's got to be a dagger in the hearts of the Bulldog fans who were here knocking on the door.
Hard to believe, isn't it? I mean,
Rockvale will have the football. I'm trying to see where they're going to place it here. The 6, I think.
Looked like he was trying to pick the ball up, but he was tackled, and it flipped out right into the Rockvale hands.
The problem was every time somebody would touch it for Smyrna, it went through 2 hands, and it went away from them. Down here deep. Oh, Reynolds lost the football now, and Smyrna's got it back.
That was just ripped out of his hands as he was going through.
That was Reynolds who lost the football, so Bulldogs will live to see new life.
Rockvale got a gift, and they handed it right back to Smyrna.
John, the Smyrna football players didn't play dejected. They got the ball right back, and the ball is at the 8-yard line. 3:03 to play, first half. 3-0 Rockvale and a timeout. This is State Farm Prep Sports on WGNS and Big G TV.
If you need concrete work done, who would I call? Dan France Concrete. Here's why. He's local. He attended Walter Hill Elementary, Oakland, and MTSU. He served our community as a school resource officer for 9 years, and he's involved in the community.
This is Dan with Dan France Concrete, wishing all Rutherford County student athletes a great season. Study hard, play harder, and be safe.
Dan France Concrete is a licensed and insured residential and commercial concrete construction contractor serving Middle Tennessee. Check out danfranceconcrete.com online to see some of their work.
Friday night high school football starts and ends with Friday Night Thunder, the region's most complete high school football show. Real-time score updates, exclusive coach interviews, and full region breakdowns from across southern Middle Tennessee and the state. I'm Court Steer. Join me right here on WGNS every Friday night for Friday Night Thunder. Pre-game show starts at 6, post-game until 11. More than complete coverage of every team, every Friday.
Here's Key for Smyrna. The give, Beatty takes it right side and gets it to the 6-yard line, so picks up just a couple there. They are back playing at Siegel, and Oakland leads 14-0, but they have just started the second quarter where clock time, we're about 10 minutes ahead of them. So Swangway on the tackle for Rockvale. Ball is from the right hash. Beatty in the backfield, right behind Key. Going to get it again and rip it up the middle and in for the touchdown. Bulldogs! Beatty with his first touchdown of the season. And the Bulldogs battle back through adversity. First down, first down coming on this drive.
Got some good blocks there and found a seam right through the middle for the score.
That's a Toots touchdown too, by the way. Don't forget Toots even after the game tonight. Tuesdays, Burger Day at Toots. Enjoy a half-pound bacon cheeseburger. Ribs all weekend long, by the way. That full slab baby back ribs, just $14.99. For point, the kick up. And the kick is good by Aldana. And the Smyrna Bulldogs are on top, 7-3 Smyrna. State Farm Prep Sports.
Head over to J. Mullins Jewelry to check out their selection of rings, watches, custom design jewelry, and much more. They're a local business located at 352 West Northville Boulevard right here in Murfreesboro. They have gifts for all occasions, weddings, graduations, anniversaries, whatever you need, you can find it at J. Mullins Jewelry. That's at 352 West Northville Boulevard or online at mullinsjewelry.com.
At State Farm, when home and auto work together as a team, you score and save money. I'm State Farm Agent Ron Reeves. Give me a call at 615-873-1700 and let's work together to win big by saving money on home and auto.
Local business owners, you know how important it is to be here for your customers. I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, and I run a small business in Rutherford County too. And I'm here to help you protect your small business. Call me at 615-459-2683. I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, former running back at Elk Point High School, and you're listening to Prep Football.
It's Daniel Aldana to kick off here. Smyrna has just taken the lead against Rockvale, 2:22 to play. Taking at the 13. Here's Lewis, 20, cuts back inside, spun around. Finally going to get to the 22, 23-yard line. And that's going to be about it.
Our game tonight brought to you by JHA Company, Rayburn Insurance Agent Rick Hall in Smyrna, and Last Cassis Feed Supply.
Brian, John, Rod here with you. It has been an interesting game. And, John, you look at this game and yardage and everything, it's been totally dominated by Rockvale until that last drive.
It's a funny game. I mean, just looked like Rockvale has survived it, and then they fumbled immediately.
Here's a run to the left side for a very short gain for Reynolds.
I don't think he got any, really.
Martin making the tackle. Boy, I tell you what, Jerry is a tough dude. Second down and 10. Under 2 minutes to go. Bingham and Lewis here to the near side. Lewis cutting across the middle and thrown behind him, incomplete.
I think Smyrna's defense is forcing Hamby to roll out a little bit more than he's really wanting to do at this point. Rockvale needs to be careful. If you're a Rockvale fan, you're going to hope that they can either get a first down or pin them back a little bit.
7-3 Smyrna if you're just now tuning in here. Here is a huge 3rd down and 10. Hamby passes left side to Chia, but wrapped up quickly. He's going to get about 2 yards, but that's it. Oh, did they fumble it? He did fumble the football, and Smyrna comes up with it. That's 2 fumbles in the last couple of minutes here, and John, this gives Smyrna great field position.
Well, part of the reason was Chia was triple teamed there, and once he got the ball in his hands, he was hit immediately and just couldn't hang on to it. Well, the worst they can get is a field goal attempt here, it looks like.
Well, the ball is at the 24-yard line.
There's plenty of time.
Yeah, there's a world of time.
With 2 timeouts left.
So 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Going to keep it on the ground here on this play, and Beatty going to run it for about 4 yards.
The holes are getting slightly bigger for Smyrna as this first half has progressed.
Boone making the tackle for Rockvale. 1 minute, 3 seconds, clock rolling. 21-yard line is where they have the ball. Key going to the air, zips it across the middle, and in the hands of Valentine, and then dropped, fell away, and incomplete. Sangui knocked it away.
It was there. The pass was there.
Well, I tell you what, this is a much better crowd for a region game than playing Cane Ridge. I can guarantee you that, Smyrna. Rockvale packed the place across the way. Packed them in here tonight like sardines. 3rd and 7. Back to pass across the middle. It's going to be grabbed down to the 5-yard line. Morales? Yanni Morales with a huge catch of 16. And they're well in the John Day legal red zone and now knocking on the door. 1st and goal, Bulldogs.
Kind of like the way Key is just back there just slinging the ball. And he's getting plenty of time to throw it too.
Chandler made a touchdown saving tackle, 36 seconds. If Smyrna scores, they're going to get 2 scores in the last 2 minutes here, and right up the gut. Boy, Beatty looked like he had a pretty wide hole, and then he just slammed into a brick wall. Timeout on the field. You're listening to State Farm Prep Sports on WGNS and watching on Big G TV.
Message provided by the Rutherford Opioid Board.
What's the location of your emergency? I think my kid OD'd.
Hi, I'm Craig Harris. I'm County Commissioner of Rutherford County. One of the reasons I ran for office is because I wanted to bring awareness to the opioid epidemic that's impacting our county. To stop providing this epidemic with people as we educate.
946 overdose calls countywide in 2023.
We have a lot to do, and we have to come together as a community because this problem's not going away.
I'm State Farm Agent Andy Womack, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Well, let's honor all the good neighbor State Farm agents. How about it? Celeste Middleton, Ron Reeves, Emerson Williams, Alex Williams, Dana Womack, and Andy Womack. Thank you for helping sponsor high school football.
That's the voice of John Dinkins, who will be the host extraordinaire of the Ideas Tees intermission coming up in a moment. The question is, will Smyrna be up by 2 scores here? They've got it 2nd and goal from the 4, 25 seconds. And 2 timeouts left. What do you do here, John?
Run the football.
You got timeouts.
Yeah.
So I'm sure we'll have almost an immediate timeout if it's a run play and he doesn't score.
I wouldn't do anything you normally wouldn't do here. If you don't get much yardage in it, then you might think about passing the ball on 3rd down.
Kind of a clock management situation. Beatty wind up behind Key, so a pistol set. 3 wide to the near side. 2nd and goal from the 4, 29 seconds. They are going to pass, back corner of the end zone, right side, and it is a touchdown! Smyrna! They targeted the receiver on the right side. Still don't know who it was. Bartley? Number 12. Rockvale takes a timeout. So let's step aside 30 seconds for us, and we'll be right back here on State Farm Prep Sports.
Hey, it's Brian. I want to tell you about my bank, First National Bank of Middle Tennessee. You know, in a world that's changing, replacing local with global, personal contact with a screen, and human expertise with AI, I'm happy that First National Bank of Middle Tennessee is here in Murfreesboro with real experts that will show up to get the job done. 2 locations on Gateway and Memorial Boulevards.
First National Bank of Middle Tennessee. We show up for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 401715.
I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and you're listening to Prep Football.
I want to give props here to Donnell Valentine, the senior tight end. He is the one who caught the football. Here's the extra point attempt. The extra point is up, and it is good. So the Smyrna Bulldogs have come back. They now lead 14-3 here on State Farm Prep Sports.
For 75 years,